What's up, everybody? JVille Sports here with my sports picks video, NFL edition. It is Saturday night, December the 5th. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Some of you guys might be watching this on Sunday. In that case, happy NFL Sunday. It is December the 6th. Let's go ahead and jump right into the NFL action. Hopefully you guys had an awesome Saturday. Our free play of the day so far is looking good. UCLA +3 is what I gave out. If you saw yesterday's college football video, they got up early and they have been up pretty much the whole game. At the time of this video, it's the middle of the third quarter. UCLA is up by 5. So the +3 is looking good, but there's still a lot of time left. We'll see what ends up happening. Of course, I'll have another free play towards the end of this video as well. But for those of you that are new to the channel, what I like to do with the NFL, it's my favorite sport to do teasers with. I'm very, very successful with teasers, as you'll see from my record when I show it when we get to this week's long shot teaser. But that's what I like to do. I like to give you guys a bunch of different teaser options. The best way to do teasers in the NFL is to do 2, maybe 3 team teasers if there are 3 that you really like. But if you do a bunch of different 2-team teasers, usually you'll have a lot of success. So I do what's called a long shot teaser. It's just my fun way of giving you guys a bunch of different teaser options. If you like to get a little bit crazy, you can throw in the long shot teaser like me. I do throw in the long shot teaser. I'll show you guys my actual betting ticket as well, but that's what I like to do in the NFL. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into the action. First, we'll go ahead and recap what we did last week with our long shot teaser, and then we will get into this week's. Last week's long shot teaser was kind of crazy. It was another great attempt. Some people actually did hit it and some people didn't. I was one of those that did hit it because I didn't put it in until a little bit later, and one of the lines moved. Of course, that line was the one that messed up a lot of people, but let's go ahead and quickly recap last week. So we had the Raiders and Falcons over. Pretty much it was the Falcons that scored this over all by themselves. They just completely blew out the Raiders that no-showed. We had the New York Giants +1. This was a close one. Giants on the road. They lose their quarterback, but they still come away with the victory, +1 on the road against the Bengals. We had the Cleveland Browns. They were also on the road. This one, that final score looked close, but they were pretty much up the whole game. But the Browns on the road against the Jaguars come away with the victory. And then in the same game, Browns-Jaguars over. That one pretty much cruised over that 41.5. And we had the Chargers and Bills. This was, as you can see from the screenshot, I have over 45 because at the time of the video, the total was 52. But when I actually put the bet in, the total dropped to 51. So I got it down to 44 when I did the 7-point teaser. So this game actually ended up pushing for me and pushing for a few others as well. There were also those that got the 52 and missed it by 1. And this was just so painful. It shouldn't have even come down to that. There were so many points throughout the game that were left on the field. And then at the very end of the game, just poor management, play clock management by the Chargers. They were at the goal line at the end of the game and they ended up getting stopped. Just some bad play calling, bad time management. It was garbage time, so they had no chance of winning, so it really didn't matter too much. But they still should have scored there at the end, and that would have went over 51 or 52. So that was a bummer. And then we had the New Orleans Saints -7.5 against the Broncos, who did not have a quarterback. That was so easy. We had the Chiefs Buccaneers over 49.5, another easy over there. The Chiefs were just on fire in the first half. We had the Green Bay Packers -2.5 at home against the Bears, another easy one. So that was last week's long shot teaser. Again, a ton of winners. I'm going to go ahead and count it as a loss because a lot of people lost on that Chargers Bills over. But again, a lot of people did cash it, including myself. But again, it was another great attempt. If you did pluck out your favorites and then smaller teasers, you would have had a lot of success as well, which is the main goal of the long shot teaser. So that was last week's. Like I said, another successful attempt. So we'll go ahead and move on to this week's long shot teaser. And hopefully we hit this one as well. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen here. So we are going to start with the Atlanta Falcons +9. So we have rapid revenge here. Just a couple weeks ago, the Atlanta Falcons went to New Orleans and lost. That was the first game that Taysom Hill started. So the Atlanta Falcons didn't really have a lot to go by on what the New Orleans Saints game plan was going to be. Were they going to use Taysom Hill the whole game? Were they going to use a combination of him and Jameis Winston? So the Atlanta Falcons kind of went into that game a little bit blind, but it's not like the New Orleans Saints did a ton offensively. It was that defense. That defense just shut Atlanta down completely. Atlanta was only able to muster up 3 field goals in that game a couple weeks ago. So I think Atlanta will come into this game at home with a better game plan on what to do against that Saints defense. And I think we get a much better effort here from this Atlanta team at home, +9. I don't think you can go wrong with that play. Next, we're going with the Detroit Lions, +10. The Lions are on the road against the Chicago Bears. The Lions, after their Thanksgiving game, they fired their head coach. And a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, when the team fires their head coach, that next game, for whatever reason, they get a boost and they play a lot better. And I think this is going to be one of those times. By everything that I'm seeing, nobody liked Matt Patricia. So I think this team, the players are very happy that he is gone. And they're going up against a Chicago Bears team. This team is just a mess. Offensively, they're just bad. They don't have a quarterback. They are just struggling each and every week, whether it's Trubisky or Nick Foles. They are struggling. So I don't think the Chicago Bears can really beat anybody by double digits. And then, like I said, you have the Detroit Lions coming into this game, maybe with a little bit of extra motivation here, trying to get a win after their head coach gets fired, a head coach that they did not like. So I'm going with the Lions here, +10. I think if they don't win this game, they can definitely keep it close. And then we're going with the Browns and Titans over 46. These are 2 teams. I have been playing overs with them all season long. Last week's long shot teaser, we had the Browns and Jaguars over. I think this is another one here. Neither of these teams have a great defense. If you look at the Browns' defensive numbers, I kind of talked about this last week. Their numbers are better than they really should be. They played a lot of low-scoring games due to weather, but this defense isn't really that great, and they're missing some pieces as well. We've seen the Tennessee Titans. They have given up a bunch of points to a lot of different teams. Points will be scored in this game. I'm going with the Browns Titans over 46. Next, we're going with the Las Vegas Raiders -0.5 point. So basically, they just have to win the game. So I like picking teams that were embarrassed last week, and the Las Vegas Raiders were embarrassed last week on the road against the Atlanta Falcons. I expect them to bounce back here against the worst team in the NFL, in the New York Jets. I don't think the Jets are trying to win. I think they want that first pick. I think the players are trying. Nobody wants to be a part of a winless team, but I just don't think this team can beat anybody. The Raiders, they are on the brink of being eliminated from playoff contention. They can't afford any more losses to teams that they need to beat, which is this one. They cannot lose to the Jets if they expect to make the playoffs. So I'm going with the Vegas Raiders here to bounce back after last week's bad performance. Next, we are going with the Minnesota Vikings -3.5. They're going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe will be starting Mike Glennon again. This guy is not very good. He did have a decent game last week against the Browns at home, but going on the road here against this Vikings team. This Vikings team has now won 4 out of their last 5. They're playing much better now. I do think they get Thielen off of the COVID injury reports. That will definitely be a big boost for this Vikings offense. He's their best receiver. We know what they can do in the running game. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are another team that really isn't trying to win. They also want to try to get that top pick because they need a quarterback desperately. So I like the Vikings here. I think this game is going to be a blowout. Next, we're going with another 3.5 point spread. We're going with the Seattle Seahawks at home against the New York Giants. The Giants, as I mentioned earlier, they lost their quarterback, Daniel Jones, last week. They're going to be starting Colt McCoy, making a start on the road in Seattle. This is a Seattle team that hasn't really played well lately, and I think this is a get-right game for them at home. I don't think the Giants are going to have an answer for the duo of Tyler Lockett and DJ Metcalf. I see a lot of points here by Seattle, and I just don't think the Giants are going to be able to keep up. So I see another blowout here with the Seattle Seahawks running away with this game. Next, we're going to go with an over here. We're going with the Eagles and Packers over 42.5. So there has been just so much talk about this Eagles offense, the struggles that it's having. I know that they're desperately trying to get it right. They also have activated Zach Ertz. This guy has been a staple on this offense for years, so I think that will definitely give him a boost, as he's typically Carson Wentz's main target. And we know what the Green Bay Packers can do offensively. This is one of the best offenses in the league, and Rodgers is having an unbelievable season. They have the running game, they have the passing game. They're definitely going to score a bunch of points here at home against the Eagles. And I think the Eagles finally will get some offense as well in this game. I think they have some opportunities against this Green Bay Packers defense that they can exploit. So we'll see if the Eagles can get some better production out of their offense this game. And I definitely think they can. Over 42.5. That's not a lot of points. These two teams will definitely get over that. And last but not least, we're going with the Sunday night game. We have the Denver Broncos going on the road, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I could see this as a game that the Chiefs kind of sleepwalk through. So I would be careful taking the Chiefs on the regular line where it's 13, 13.5, 14 in some spots. It was 14 across the board, but it's coming down a little bit, 13.5. Looks like some money's coming in on Denver. Denver definitely has a chance to keep this game close, but I think it's mainly due to the fact that the Chiefs don't really have a ton of motivation here to blow Denver out. Their main goal in this game is to get the victory and stay healthy, but they are just so good. I definitely think they're going to win this game by at least a touchdown at home. So with the teaser, it brings them down to -6. Also, with this being the Sunday night game, it does give you some opportunities if all of the other plays, if you do throw in this long shot teaser, if we hit all of the other 7 plays and we have this one game remaining, we can actually take the Denver Broncos plus 14, plus 13.5, and kind of try to hit a middle and hit everything. But when it's all said and done, the Chiefs -6 at home, I definitely think they get that done. They are just playing really, really well right now. And I know Patty Mahomes wants to lock up that MVP, so I don't see many bad games coming from him. So the Chiefs are going to score. We'll see if the Broncos can keep up. But I think the Chiefs, like I said, when it's all said and done, they should be able to cover a touchdown. So that's it for the long shot teaser. It's an 8-team, 7-point teaser. It pays plus 1,000, so $100 will pay $1,000, and that is what I threw in myself. This is the actual betting ticket that I threw in, showing you guys that I put this in myself. But like I said, I'm also going to be doing a bunch of different teasers, 2, 3, 4-team teasers. So for those of you that are a part of the village, stay tuned for my NFL email. That will be coming out with all of my best plays, my best straight bets, my best moneyline parlays, my best teasers, all that good stuff, long shot parlays as well. So that will be coming, so stay tuned for that. If you are not a part of the village receiving my daily plays, this is the website. This is how to get there. This is how to start doing that. Go to JVilleSportsPicks.com. As you can see from this screenshot in the upper right hand corner, hit the big blue button. It will take you to a page which will list all the different packages that are available. See which one suits you the best. You can use promo code FOOTBALL, all capital letters, one word. It'll give you 10% off any package that is available. I make the packages super cheap. I'm about building your bankroll, not taking from it. So once you sign up, what will happen is you'll start receiving my emails each and every day, which will have all of the day's best plays. And from there, you can take it away and put your bets in. If you have any questions about the website, about what I do, my email address, social media pages are all down below in the description of this video. Also, the spreadsheet that I created is fire. Also, for those of you that are a part of the village, you will now have access to my Google Docs spreadsheet. This is a spreadsheet that I update throughout the day. As I place a bet, I am updating the spreadsheet live in real time, so you guys know exactly when I place the bet, the amount, so you guys can bet right alongside of me. We are just killing it right now. So that is another new thing I added. I'm very excited about that. A lot of positive feedback so far, so we're only going to keep that going. So again, JVilleSportsPicks.com is where to go to sign up. All my social media pages, email addresses, all down below in the description of this video. So check out all of the different links. And while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up, please, and subscribe to the channel so you know when new videos pop up. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to try to get out some midweek college basketball videos as the season kind of solidifies and we get into some conference action. So that is coming soon. And then, of course, we have the NBA coming right around the corner as well in a couple weeks. So it's a very, very exciting time to be a sports fan despite all of this COVID mess. So we're getting through it. We're winning a ton of money. We're only going to continue to do that. So JVilleSportsPicks.com is where to go to become a part of the village, to become a part of the community. So let me know if you have any questions about that. Other than that, let's go ahead and move on to today's free play of the day. As I check really quickly here with our free play for Saturday, UCLA +3. They're still up 17-12. They're up by 5. ASU's driving with 10 minutes left. Even if ASU gets a touchdown, UCLA is still only down by 2. So the +3 right now is looking good. We'll see if they can hold on. But let's get into today's free play of the day for Sunday for the NFL. And it's going to be one of the plays that I mentioned in the long shot teaser. And that is the Green Bay Packers and the Eagles. I'm going with the over 49. I see it at 49.5, so I'm buying it down to 49 minus 120. Again, there is just so much emphasis on this Eagles offense. I think it's just a matter of time before we start to see them improve, and I think it will start this week against the Green Bay Packers. Again, activating Zach Ertz, I think that's a little bit of a boost. The wide receivers, this whole offense has been banged up the whole season. They're slowly getting some guys back, and I think that is another thing that's just messing up their rhythm. So as they get healthier, and then like I said, there's just more emphasis on play calling and improving this offense. The offensive line is in shambles, so they need to get the ball out of Wentz's hands a lot quicker than they're doing. So like I said, I think this offense is going to evolve and get better, and I think it starts this week against the Green Bay Packers, and we know the Packers at home, they're going to get their points. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. Aaron Rodgers is having a great season. I see a lot of points in this game, so that is going to be today's free play of the day for Sunday, December the 6th. The Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles over 49. So that's going to do it. We're going to go ahead and root on that over. We're going to go ahead and root on the long shot teaser. And that's going to wrap it up for my NFL video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Got a little bit out of it. Good luck with all of your picks that you guys do decide to put in. Good luck with your fantasy football, survivor leagues, all that good stuff out there. And I will see you guys soon.